Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Myra Salcido. Um, if you're Hispanic, my name is Salcedo. If you're a Texan, my name is Salcedo. So there you go. Anyways, welcome to English 1302 online. And what you need for this course is one textbook. It's called Composition Handbook, the University of Texas of the Permian Basin. It looks like this, and it must be the third edition. Reason why Modern Language Association style changed, and it's MLA 8. It changed in 2016, and our other textbooks do not have the current style that we will be writing in academic style. Two other things you will need are access to two movies. That means you must be able to get them and watch them online at the university library, at your school library, or Netflix, or streaming, or wherever you can find them, rent them for a few hours. It will be your responsibility to find these two movies. One is The Matrix. It's the 1999 version. It's old, but it asks serious questions which will relate to Plato. You know, what is real, what exists, what does not exist? Are we all living in a matrix? So it's a great movie. The other movie is Frozen, 2013. Yes, it's a kids' animated Disney film, but guess what? It's controversial. Did you know that? There have been a lot of articles written on it, on how it may disparage men, emasculate them, make men look like bumbling idiots, because no man rides in on a white horse to save the princess. And spoiler alert, we have sisters that their act of true love saves each other. So, is it promoting a different agenda for women to be empowered at the expense of men? I don't necessarily think so, but I have students that think it does. And you will be writing the paper on this film, a gender paper. It's 3 to 4 pages, 15% of your grade, on what you think about gender in Frozen. And I have students that I have totally disagreed with, but I don't tell them exactly what I think. And I disagree with them, and they've been A papers because they have backed up their points with evidence. And that's going to be the trial of this class. You need to find evidence, research, and more to back up your claims, support your ideas. And that's what Argument 1302 is all about. The Matrix, the movie Frozen, and writing academic style to give you credibility, which will include Modern Language Association style, which is why we have this handbook, and a lot of exercises in the class. You're like, what is MLA? I once had a student walk up to me and what is MLA? And I said, I don't know. So she wrote down MLA, and I said, oh, okay, Modern Language Association style. It's a style that's good to start with, that you're going to need in a lot of classes, like history and philosophy, sociology, things like that. But in other classes like nursing, biology, in the sciences, you will need a different style. But MLA is good to start with. So you may use that the most. So also for this course, you will need to write 4 major papers. Those 4 major papers need to equal 20 typewritten pages by the end of the semester in April. So you have a lot of time. Papers aren't real excruciating. First paper will be on Martin Luther King's letter from Birmingham jail. It will be 4 to 5 pages, plus an additional works cited page. You might only have 2 citations on that page, but you need the works cited page to quote King's words and to quote background information on him. Second paper is a research paper, comes towards the middle of the semester, 8 to 10 pages, 20% of your grade. Do not freak out. Do not panic. You can do this. We are going to work up to it in increments. Discussion boards, writing a page or 2, and writing what you are passionate about. You get to select what you want to write about. So that's what makes this paper great. The students tell me, if I hadn't cared about this, I could have never made it to 8 pages to the bottom of the page, plus a works cited page. I have students writing about different rules in the NFL. You could write about sports. You could write about Black Lives Matter. There's so many things. There's so many issues to write about. Civil disobedience and protests. It's just amazing what people come up with. Children of divorce, bilingual issues. Should we build a wall in the United States? Things like that. So start thinking, read the news. Nobody reads the news. None of my students do that. I said, get up, just hit CNN, USA Today, Huffington Post, very liberal, announced as a liberal newspaper, Fox News, very conservative. Look across the papers, see what interests you and where your opinion lies. Doesn't matter if I agree with you. I have students that have written papers that I totally disagree with, but they did such a good job of persuading me, having evidence and research, that they earn top grades. So it's all about critical thinking, what you think. Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter. That's what universities are about. To engage in discussions civilly. And that's what we will be doing. So you have the 4 to 5 page paper on Martin Luther King's letter from Birmingham jail. The research paper, 8 to 10 pages. Third paper is on gender and Frozen. And it's only 3 to 4 pages. It's a fun paper, but it's 15% of your grade. Paper 4, reflections on the course. It comes the last day of the course on how you feel like you meant the objections. So those 4 papers equal 65% of your grade. So most of this class is going to be your papers. Do not skip the papers. They're huge. They will be spread out. You will have increments and chunks of writing and assignments leading up to each paper, discussion boards to talk to each other. And um, movies, it's not a self-paced course. You have time within your perimeters of deadlines to write things. Most things will be due Saturday night, 11:59 p.m., and then the submission box closes on Canvas. So you may know something on Monday that you need to have due on the next Saturday. Do not wait until 11:45 Saturday night to start an assignment that is due actually at 11:59 Central Time, and the box closes on you. Do not tell me, I'm sorry, I waited and the box closed, but I got it done 5 minutes after midnight. Not good. You had the whole week. So you can do it self-paced. I have students that write me emails at 3 in the morning. I will be asleep, but I will get to your email at 6 a.m. probably when you are asleep. So you can work when you have time to do it, but just get it done by the deadlines. That's the most important thing. So start thinking about your research paper now. Start looking at the news. See what you care about. See what makes you mad. See what makes you angry or passionate, and something that needs to be changed. Don't go back to way in history. Look for something relevant now that needs to be changed. So this is a 16-week course. First thing I want to do is get to meet you. And we do that with discussion board 1. You'll notice on the task calendar, if it is correct, and I am correcting task schedules. There's course calendars. I'm trying to erase that. It's now called the task schedule. And I'm trying to make sure that all your work ends up being due every week at 11:59 p.m. Don't count on your clock to be the same as the computer's clock. Get it done before then. But it's close to midnight every Saturday that you will have assignments due for each week. Okay, discussion boards. It says post your initial post on Wednesdays before midnight. That means you write what your opinion is. And it's usually 300 words, which is the equivalent of 1 page, double-spaced page. You put that in there. Then you have to respond to 2 other people. If you go in on Wednesday, you put your paper in. Nobody else has put their paper in. Who do you respond to? You can't do it. They hold you up. And that's why I like everybody to get in there on Wednesday, Thursday at the latest, and try to respond to people that haven't been responded to. If you see somebody's been responded to, go down to the next person and reply to them. And the reply is not, good job. I look forward to hearing from you again. The response is looking into what they say, why you agree, or why you disagree. Always say why. Don't say, I disagree with you. That's it. You should be writing a full paragraph to each person that you respond to. Every discussion board will ask you to respond to 2 people. However, the first discussion board, the getting to know you, you don't need to respond to anybody. You just need to write 2 letters, short. One to me that is sophisticated with academic language. Dear Dr. Salcedo, I am, and talk about yourself, and then sign your name sincerely in your name. And the second letter needs to go to students. And I have people write things like, hey, boo, um, this is who I am. My name is Alexia, but I go by Alex, and things like that, and talk to them as if you were talking to a friend. So that way you have a formal letter and an informal letter. Try to do both. That's rhetoric. Rhetoric has gotten a bad rap. It does not mean empty words or manipulating people for the wrong reasons. It can be used for good reasons. To manipulate somebody not to kill somebody. To manipulate somebody like Martin Luther King Jr. did to create civil rights for everybody. So you need to think about it. There's even an assignment called Rhetoric, Good or Evil. It can be used either way. And so for the first assignment, you do not need to write to two other people unless you would like to. You know, that could be extra credit. The A students will do more than that is absolutely required to do. And this video is going on very long, and I am so sorry about that. And I will try to give you a video a week, maybe 2 a week, if you can handle it. And check your email, your UTPB email, your Canvas email. That's where I'll be sending the videos. So please check on those, because I will give you extra information on every assignment. That includes, the junk mail letter. I'll give you that in the next video. This is enough. It's long enough. So glad to have you in this class. Get started on online orientation, introducing yourselves, and your ID that I have to see, and start now and keep going. It goes fast, but it's great to get it done, because you will have completed the college course and done it online. And especially the high school dual credit students, I wish I had that opportunity in high school. I would not have been a grandmother when I got my PhD if I had had dual credit courses. So take advantage of it. Go for it. I know you're all busy. Everybody's busy. You have jobs, you have families, you have sports. But go for it and do it. And looking forward to meeting you in class on the Getting to Know You discussion board. And more videos. They won't always be this long, so just hang in there. And good to meet you. Good to have you in class.